Warming up as we head towards the weekend. Clouds will be sticking around. It'll be dry for now, and then we'll have some rain and storms headed our way Sunday and Monday. I'll have all the details coming up. Now at 10, remembering the life of Kendall Brown. We'll take you to a gathering of loved ones. Also, a deadly house fire in Augusta claims 2 young lives. We have the details. And a bump in the road for a Richmond County neighborhood. We'll show you how city leaders are slowing down drivers on one Hepzibah road as your news at 10 starts now.
Live from Television Park, this is WJBF News Channel 6 at 10 on MeTV.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Jenny Montgomery. Thank you so much for joining us. Coverage you can count on begins with a South Augusta community remembering the life of a local man who went missing last week. Nikita Dennis has more.
That I wish that last time that I had seen you, or that last time that I spoke to you on January 31st, that you would have really, really shared with me the magnitude of what you were going through. You know, we talk all the time, but the magnitude. A mother knows when her child is not, there's something going on.
Kendall Brown's mother remembering the last moment she had with her son. Family and friends came together at Mount Zion Missionary Baptist Church Thursday to remember the life of Kendall Brown. Brown was reported missing on February 2nd. His body was found in a wooded area near Patriot Drive Tuesday. He was known to be a great father and law enforcement officer. He was also a big New York Giants fan. The community released red, blue, and white balloons in his honor.
Just a bubbly guy. He could be serious when he needed to be. And from the stories that I've heard from some of his, ex-military and police, he was about his business.
Not only was he a church member, but Kendall was my employee. He worked for me. We talked every day. He was my friend. He was my buddy.
Although the cause of death is unknown, Brown's mother is spreading the importance of mental health.
So this is very hard for me and our family to understand what was he going through. What was he going through to just come up missing like that? Just come up missing like that. That phone call that I received, I don't want any mother to ever get that phone call.
It is time now for a first check of our forecast. Here's meteorologist Jenna Petracci. Well, it was a pretty cloudy day, also still on the cool side. We made it to around 60 degrees this afternoon. And right now, as we take a live look at our Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview cam over in Waynesboro, it is a dry night. It is cloudy. You just can't tell. Temperatures are in the 40s and even some 50s still. Augusta and Aiken, both at 42 degrees, 44 in Thompson, 43 in McCormick, and 50 further down towards the south in Swainsboro, 46 in Sparta, 47 in Sandersville and Waynesboro. And these are pretty much our lows for the night. It really won't get too much colder as we go into the overnight hours. Notice it is drastically warmer than it was this time last night. 6 degrees warmer in Augusta, but seeing values as high as 13 degrees warmer in Sandersville and Wrightsville. So we're definitely dealing with a warming trend over the next few days due to our winds shifting from the north now down to the south. So a lot of moisture and warm temperatures coming in from the Gulf of Mexico. So satellite and radar showing the clouds that have taken over. Not a drop of rain in sight, though. High pressure still in control. A few showers out to the west. Definitely nothing significant, though, and we'll keep it dry for tomorrow morning. Just overcast skies. As I mentioned, really not getting too much colder. We will stay well above freezing in those low 40s with the winds calm at that point. So the warm-up begins tonight. Highs will be all the way up to around 70 degrees tomorrow and through the weekend. And then we'll have some rain and thunderstorms headed our way Sunday and Monday of next week. I'll have all those details coming up shortly, but back to you, Jenny. Thank you, Jenna. Coverage you can count on continues now with a terribly tragic story. 2 children are dead after a house fire in Augusta. It happened this morning at a home on Moore Road just off Mike Paget Highway. 10-year-old Tyasia Clifford and 7-year-old Aubrey Williams died in the fire. A neighbor we spoke with says the entire neighborhood is in shock.
I reached out to the family. I know it's hard for them. And I feel the pain myself. Sorry. I'm a little shook up right now.
The mother and a 13-year-old were also at home during the fire. They were taken to the hospital for treatment. News Channel 6 reached out to local child psychology experts about how tragedies like this can impact friends and classmates. Tyaja and Aubrey went to Richmond Hill K-8 school. Hannah Latier tells us the ways grown-ups can help.
It's something that's really big that has happened. First validating their feelings. The kids, especially if it was a close friend, I would assume are going to have some big feelings, some feelings they may have never had before as well.
Hill says not to be afraid to use words like death and dying.
We try to make it so, they passed away or something like that, but so it's really concrete and they understand. Don't be afraid to use those terms.
Letting kids express their grief through play can also make it easier for them to share their feelings.
They might want to color about something and it will end up, talking about their friend. If it's someone that was close to them, if they bring up how their friend has died, open up that conversation.
If your child is scared about a similar tragedy possibly happening to them, provide them reassurance.
How you're going to keep them safe. And if the worst were to happen, who are the helpers that will come help?
In some cases, speaking to a professional could be the best option.
Some kids initially will have problems sleeping or hard time concentrating in school. If that's something that lasts, longer than a few weeks, that's where I would want parents to talk to their pediatrician about additional measures that might help support their child.
Hill says everybody handles grief differently, and it's important to know the different ways to help them. You can find additional resources and information on our website, WJBF.com. Traffic is moving along Columbia Road again after a crash earlier tonight forced part of that road to be shut down briefly. The accident happened near Flowing Wells Road in front of the Kroger Shopping Center. Columbia County Dispatch confirms one vehicle and one motorcycle were involved. Injuries were reported, but we do not know the conditions of the drivers. Stay tuned to News Channel 6 for more information. One Richmond County neighborhood is getting a big bump to slow down traffic. After many complaints, 12 speed humps have been approved for Farrington Drive. This year, commissioners approved $140,000 for speed humps across the city. This allows $14,000 for each district, but the cost for Farrington comes in around $54,000.
I want to be able to use whatever funding I have if we're in District 3 for speed humps, which I don't think I have. Like I say, I don't recall having 12 speed humps in District 3. So for one road, that's a lot.
City traffic engineers say funds from last year are being used for the Farrington speed humps, so each commissioner still has their allotment for this year. Efforts to protect the Olive Road overpass are coming too little too late. Wednesday, a large beam was knocked off the bridge after it was hit by a truck trying to get beneath it. Several weeks ago, Commissioner Wayne Guilfoyle proposed installing padded chains at bridge height to alert drivers, but no action was taken.
Traffic engineer was supposed to get a cost, and administrator was supposed to be bringing it back before us, but it's a little too late for it now. Hopefully we can put it in place before the bridge opens back up, and it'd be worth just to keep this from happening again.
Olive Road Bridge will be closed until repairs are completed. CSX says the work could take up to 3 months. Still ahead, we'll take you to a ribbon cutting for an Aiken County school. Don't go away.
And both our temperatures and rain chances are going up. I'll have all the details when we return.
What's under your home? Call us today for a free estimate.
Can't can fix it.
What do we? Now, your most most accurate forecast with WJBF Live Viper 6.
Good evening, everyone. Almost Friday. Earlier this week, I visited Meriwether Elementary in North Augusta, South Carolina, my second visit to this school, and I saw one first grade class and a bunch of kindergarten classes and had an awesome time teaching all of them about the weather. They were so excited. So thank you, Meriwether, for having me. I'll definitely be back again next year. Here's a live look at our Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview Cam over in Aiken. It is a dry and chilly night, sitting at 42 degrees. Our winds are calm, visibility is just fine, and you don't have to worry about any frost tomorrow morning, as temperatures will be well above freezing. I'm really not expecting us to fall much lower than this. We'll stay in those low 40s for the most part as we go into the overnight hours. Satellite and radar showing this blanket of cloud cover, and that's definitely helping to keep things warmer, along with a southerly wind. But as of now, we do still have high pressure in control. An approaching front to our west, not much rain associated with it though for now. The main story for tomorrow is the warmer temperatures. So with that southerly flow, we will warm up all the way into the 70s, at least for some parts of the CSRA, and then those warmer temperatures will stick around throughout the weekend, along with an unsettled pattern. That means we'll have on and off rain Sunday through Monday from this front that'll stall out in the area. So rain chances are high for both days, 70%, then 80%, and then even a few showers into the overnight hours going into Tuesday. So kind of a split forecast here this weekend. If you want to plan any outdoor activities, go with Saturday. 73, so pretty warm. It'll be cloudy, so not a lot of sun in store for us. But on Sunday, that'll be the real wet day, so you don't have to worry about any rain on Saturday. And then for Valentine's Day, if you're making plans for Hump Day of next week, it's going to be beautiful as well. 0% chance of rain, just a bit cooler again, low of 36, high of 62. Let's jump ahead to Saturday evening. This is our long-range feature cast. Notice it's still dry at that point. But then as we go into Sunday morning, and maybe as early as late Saturday night, that's when we'll start to see some rain. Most of this coming through around Sunday evening. Some heavy downpours possible with the winds picking up the pace as well. Gusts between 20 to 35 miles per hour all throughout the day on Monday as well. So we'll have this warm front lift to the north. That puts us in the warm sector, which is where we have the chance of even some strong to severe storms. So it's still too early to tell what's exactly going to happen on Monday, but for now, definitely prepare for widespread rain, some of it heavy at times with the gusty winds and possibly some storms. Notice this continues all throughout Monday evening, but by around 6 a.m. Tuesday, when you're headed out the door, just some lingering clouds. Rainfall totals look to be around 2 inches across the majority of our area, higher values to the north, lower values down towards the south. So we could have some localized flooding, and it's a good reminder that Friday, tomorrow, is our final severe weather preparedness week topic, and that is on flood safety, so be sure to join meteorologist Miller Hyatt tomorrow with the information on that. Tomorrow morning, as I mentioned, low 40s, then warming up to the upper 60s, so our lows tonight are only around 40 degrees, and we'll be topping off anywhere from 66 to around 71 degrees tomorrow. Your 10-day forecast showing the warm temperatures all the way through Monday. Staying pretty cloudy, 70% chance of rain on Sunday, 80% on Monday. The rest of next week looks mostly sunny and dry with the cooler temperatures back down to the 60s.
All right, that surely looked like you had a good time with those children.
Oh yeah, always a fun time.
Very nice. Thanks a lot, Jenna. The Aiken County Public School District held a ribbon-cutting ceremony today at the new Highland Springs Middle School. Funding to build the school came from the 2018 bond referendum.
We have enhanced safety features within our building. The entire building is enclosed, and we have interior courtyards that the students can enjoy, which is a new feature. So they have a playground area or a break area that we call it, which is completely fenced in for their safety and security. Our classrooms also have enhanced safety features.
The school opened to students in July of 2023. Still ahead, Supreme Court justices heard arguments for whether former President Donald Trump is eligible for a third run for the White House. We'll have the details when we come back. Coming up, our WJBF Scholar Athlete of the Week and more signings from around the area.
Would you buy all this today?
Now, WJBF sports coverage you can count on.
Showcased as many as we could yesterday, even more signings to show you from around the area this week. Over at Evans, 3 Knights football players moving on To the next level, Border Bowl running back Rayshawn King and defensive back Antarion Moore signed with Trinity Valley Community College outside of Dallas. And linebacker Jacob Jackson signs with Charleston Southern, where he joins his brother Caleb Jackson, who played quarterback for Evans and signed with the Bucks 2 years ago.
It's really a blessing. It's something that I've been working for my entire life. My family's been working towards it, and they've been pushing me. My brother's been pushing me to be able to go somewhere where I know somebody, where I have a family, somebody I consider my rock, and to be able to play with him again, like we were children, like we were in high school.
Very cool. Congrats to all three of them. At Lincoln County, a pair of Red Devils at the table. Quarterback Samaj Jenkins signing with North Greenville University, and Trey Turner heads to Erskine College. At Silver Bluff, make it 4 more Bulldog football players to sign. Joe Nathan Peoples to Erskine, Mackenzie Atterbury, the quarterback, to Fayetteville State, Jaden Eason to Catawba, and Hunter Casper to Limestone. Add in Jaden Fuller to Miami of Ohio and Jordan Boyd to Georgia Tech. That's 33 football student athletes have signed at the Bluff in the last 6 years. And at Edmund Burke Academy, standout Spartans baseball player Gage Oglesby signs to play with Truett McConnell. And this week's WJBF Scholar Athlete of the Week is Edmund Burke Academy's Hannah Posey. Hannah participates in basketball, cheerleading, and track, as well as being ranked second in her class with a 4.0 GPA. She's also in the Beta Club and the Flair Honor Society. Dual enrolled at Augusta Tech, was chosen Star Student of the Year, and volunteers with 6 different charitable organizations. Parents and coaches say she's a great leader both on her respective teams and in the community.
It really feels great that I can be out there and be a model for younger kids, especially. I'm close with some of the younger kids here. I participate in FGE, so being a model to these younger girls is really great.
It's been amazing. I'm so proud of her. I've seen how much work she's put into this, and yeah, I'm really proud that she got recognized. She's class president this year, and she just has thrived with that. The thing with Hannah is if she has a goal and she wants to achieve something, she's going to do whatever it takes to do it. She's just a very self-determined young woman.
Well, I really just have a passion for it, so I really just carve out time with friends and just being home to do all this, and it really doesn't feel like a sacrifice at all. So I just love it.
This year she's taken a lot of younger girls under her wing. We have 4 or 5 freshman girls who are learning to play at our level, and she takes time with each one of them to make sure they know where they're supposed to be and do what they're supposed to do. And she has a great attitude with them. She takes her time to impart on them what she's learned over the years and maybe mistakes she's made before, so they don't make those same mistakes. And it's been fun to watch her develop those skills throughout the last couple of years.
The 2024 at Lionel Smith Limited.
And last but not least tonight, an act of generosity. A waiter at a Michigan restaurant was left speechless after receiving a major tip.
David Horak shows us how staff reacted to such a huge act of kindness.
Wait staff at the Mason Jar Cafe usually see tips range from 15% to 25%, maybe a bit more.
Typically we'll see, every now and then $100, but not ever anything, of this gratitude or magnitude.
This past Monday, which is typically their slowest of the week, had one extreme outlier. A customer named Mark left a $10,000 tip on his $32 bill. That's 30,835%.
Absolute disbelief to begin with. We went back and forth, had conversation with him, and he wanted to proceed. She was absolutely shocked.
The reason Mark gave staff this 5-figure tip was personal to him.
It was in memory of a friend who had recently passed, and he was in town for a funeral. And it was just really an act of kindness that impacted so many people.
The money was split among the co-workers 9 ways for more than $1,100 each. For waitress Paige Mulick, who recently graduated from Western, her share will make a huge dent towards her student loans.
Lower that interest every bit I can. We had so many incredible women working that day, so many hardworking mothers, just who really deserve this.
Hard work that is never unnoticed and richly appreciated.
Every dollar counts at a job like this, and we work hard, and we know that some days you're going to make more and some days you're going to make less, and that's part of how it goes. But we hustle hard, and I think that a lot of people really, really deserve this.
anytime you can lend a hand and change somebody's life, whether it's a small act or a large act, it's very important to just keep that in the forefront.
That is incredible.
I know.
And how helpful to all of them.
So
Such a kind
helpful.
thing to do.
And I'm sure they get so excited when they just receive a $20 tip,
Yeah,
let alone
right.
10,000.
That's
Wow.
something.
Well, for our forecast this week, it's going to be cloudy tomorrow all the way through Monday. Temperatures warming into the upper 60s tomorrow, low 70s on Saturday. Dry for now, then a pretty high chance of rain on Sunday, then rain and thunderstorms on Monday. Sunny and dry all of next week, and Valentine's Day looks nice and sunny and cooler.
All right. Well, the news continues at the top of the hour on WJBF News Channel 6 at 11.
Hogan